Madison and välkommen tillbaka min kanal. Welcome back. Today we are starting something super exciting. Today I'm going to start a little build with me series. This is heavily inspired by Girl Meets Pixels Build a House with Me series from many years ago. I remember following that series and building the first real house I've ever built in the Sims 3 all the way back then. I don't even know when that was. It's on the screen right now. I'll leave it in the description box. I remember building that house and being very happy with how it turned out, even if it didn't match perfectly. And today we are going to be doing the same thing. Well, not the same thing because we're not using the same house, but I am going to kind of go through a little bit of a series where we build this house on the screen. I know, ambitious project, but I really like it and I want to put it in my Sims game. So we're going to build this house. I'm going to kind of show you guys everything I do so that if you also want to attempt to build this brick masterpiece in your game, you can. Will we all have the same looking house? Probably not, but that's okay. So for this build series, we are going to be in the world of Appaloosa Plains. This is where I'm going to build the house. I know what lot I want to do, and it's important to know that you guys can always start small and then move the house to a bigger lot if you need. But you can't choose a big lot and then take the house and put it on a smaller lot. So you kind of have to choose what you want to do. The house that we're building today is longer than wide. So if you look at the floor plan, it's more like long lengthwise. And then there is obviously width, but it's long and then there's a little bit of width. So I've actually mapped out this whole floor plan on a piece of paper. I will show you guys that in a second. But I've gone through, mapped it out on paper, and counted out like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to like try and get this to be as accurate to the floor plan as possible. So when we come into this world here, what I'm looking for is a lot that is at least a 25 by 25. If everything works out perfectly, and here's the thing, it's not going to. While I did go through and count each individual square grid for this house that we're going to need based off the floor plan, it might not work. It might look a little funky. We might have to make some adjustments. My estimates might not be perfect because it's not actually put in a square grid on this picture. I have to count it out. So I always like to be prepared for a little bit more room than needed. The house is supposedly gonna be an 18 by 23. Because this house looks so magnificent and just like the curb appeal would be very gorgeous and beautiful, I'm going to start off with a big lot because I want to do a lot of landscaping and I want a nice yard space. If you don't want to do landscaping, then choose the 30 by 30 or the 30 by 40 in whatever world you're building on. For me, I'm going to go here to the 311 Sweet Apple Ridge Way. Bulldoze a supernatural lot because I don't need this lot, alright? What I want is the lot itself. I want this 40 by 50. Yes, big lot, I understand. But it is a good size range for me, and I just want to use this lot. I open it up and it feels good. It's not the 64 by 64 that can really lag your game. It's just a nice 40 by 50, and when you actually load into it, it doesn't look that big. So we're all good. Alright, so since we're in the game, I'm going to tell you guys I'm not using any custom content for this build. I'm only using paid packs. I have Ambitions, Generations, Late Night, Island Paradise, Seasons, and Pets in here, as well as Master Suite stuff, because I cannot go without my Master Suite stuff, okay? I believe that's all the packs I'm using. I don't want any custom content, so there's that. And then let's take a look at the hand-drawn specs that I did. I'm very happy with how these turned out. So the first floor is the big 18 by 23, and then we have the second floor. What I'm going to start off by doing is just kind of placing my blocks where I think I want them. Because I don't know how close it's actually going to end up to the road, I'm just going to play around a little bit. I'm going to put it on a foundation because this house does have that front stoop that I really like. So we're going to put it on a foundation. I will show you guys how to put a garage on a foundation. Don't worry. Well, I'll do that, okay? So, let's see what I want. The garage comes in on the side, so you would really need a nice area for the garage. So I probably want to keep this here clear, and I like the length of this. So if this is the garage, see kind of how it's going to be really far here in the back. They're not really going to have a backyard space. They're going to have more of a front yard space, but they have a deck on the back. So I might move this a little closer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my deck and hold the control key and just go back over it and it deletes it. So I'm going to scoot this down here. And if I go 23 up, it's going to be about this long of a house. And then it's going to go up a little bit more because of that back deck. So see, I still think this might be a little too close for comfort because I didn't need to go over 18. And then I need to go up 6 and put this little deck space on here. So, I mean, there's not much of a backyard area because of how long this house is. But the question is, do we like this? How do we feel? Because I think it's too close to the yard. I do. Okay, I have my 23, and then we're going to do the 18. But if we're going off of this picture here, as you can see, it's kind of just a straight shot on the side, and then it goes over 6 like this, which it looks so small. Then it goes up 3, and then over 5, up 2, I think. Or let's do 3 just because I think that, yeah, because that's going to be kind of like a wall here, and I might actually scoot this over. So while on my diagram I have this going over 6, we're going to go over 7 because there's going to be a little increase here. We're going to put a wall here, and I just think it might be a little too closed off if we only have 6. So this is kind of what I meant. You kind of have to play with it. I will give you the full dimensions when we're actually like solid. I've never kind of done one of these build with me before, but you can kind of like watch me walk through the process. So we went over 7. Then on the 7th one, I went up 3 because there's going to be a little window here. But the wall's going to go here and then go up. And I just don't think the window's going to look good there. So we're going to go up another one. So then on my plan, I have it going from this room up 3. I am going to go up 4 because I want to include this space here in the room. If we went up 3, then we're kind of ignoring this square, and it would look a little weird. If we only went up 3, it would just be here, and then oops, what are we doing? It would go to here, and it would kind of cut off. And there's supposed to be a window here. If we're going off the floor plan, my excellently numbered floor plan. So then we are going over 5, and sometimes I like to draw the walls just because I'm trying to picture what this house is going to look like. And if I put this here, this is kind of like this breakfast nook area. So then we have the nice back deck area. And I might actually use the decking. I don't know. Does that make the house look a little cheap? I'm not entirely sure. Let's keep it for now. We can always come back and change it. So okay, I decided to kind of stop talking so that I could work through the floor plan. I was following my guidelines, and then this little deck here was a little too big. I didn't like the size of it, and it kind of made the whole house one tile more wide, and I didn't like the look of that. So I decided to go through, add the walls so that I could properly space everything. If you look at the actual floor plan here, it has built-in cabinets on both sides of the fireplace. So depending on if you use the 3-tile or the 2-tile fireplace in this build, that will depend how long your house is. I'm going to use a 2-tile, and then I have these cabinets also 2 tiles long. So we have this deck that ends here at this wall, one little corner, one corner in, bumps out a little bit here to for 6 wide, comes back in for 1 for this little cabinet here, or whatever you want to call it, and then we have the front porch area. So now we can jump back in, and you can kind of see why I'm like using the walls so that I could properly space out the things, because sometimes when you're just using these where there's all this wall space, it can get a little bit hard to look at. So we're gonna do this. Now, this is the family room, and this here, like I said, this is just like a little cabinet space. I'm not entirely sure if it would work function-wise in The Sims, but yeah. And then the house actually comes out by 3 for this front porch. So it's going to come out 2 and then go down 3. If you look at my picture, there is this weird little, like, actually that should be 2, which is odd. Is that what it's like in the picture? Yeah, you have the built-in cabinets, and then it goes into a little wall. What would that look like if we did 2 instead? Because it goes down by 3, and then it goes like this. So we kind of just need to determine if we want it like that or kind of like that. It's supposed to, if you follow the picture, it goes like this, and there's this weird little bumpy bump out area, which I don't necessarily, there we go. So what I did is I just moved this over 1 because it was too close to this, and I don't really know why there's this 2-space bump out here. When we get to landscaping, we can put a bush there, but yeah. So this is going to go down 3, and then it's going to go shift inwards as well. We actually need some more floor so that we can properly do this. It goes in 3, and you're supposed to be able to put a little door here, and then it goes in 3 more, And this is kind of like the main area of the house. I actually don't hate it. It looks quite spacious with no walls. We'll see the space when we get in there. Because of the layout and because of the Sims 3, you know, this has a keeping room in it, kind of like a formal living space. We can get rid of that if we need. We don't necessarily have to follow the floor plan down to a T. What I really want is the outside of the house because I'm not very good at building outsides of the houses. So if I can get a nice picture of a house and follow it to as close of a T as possible, then I will be happy. Okay, so then the next area is a little bit confusing to count it out. So we're going to finish the garage. The garage here goes over... See, this is supposed to be the garage, but it's very skinny, and I don't know if it would really fit any cars in there. Let's just see, because it's supposed to go up 4, and then I split off here and go over 5, so it does line up actually perfectly to make the dining space. So this is the dining room. And obviously this is 2 and this is 3. So we're not lining up perfectly with the outline. And this garage here is looking pretty small. So what we might do, it's kind of a lot of trial and error. And, you know, I didn't really like plan out how I was going to record this. I didn't go through and make the floor plan, so we'll make this a 4 instead of a 3 tiled little window space, and then the garage is a little bit bigger now. Just gonna draw this all the way up here. Is there a roof on this? No. So now that we have the basic outline done, I'm gonna go in and do this other side of the wall. We knew this was 23 because of my excellent eyeball counting skills on the picture. So I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna see if it lines up good. 1, 2, 3, there's a window here. It bumps out for a fireplace, and I think we'll do a 2 fireplace. So then 1, 2, 3, window right there. And that's the end of this room. Then we go into this laundry room space. There's a window here and a wall here. And then the rest of this is the garage. So we have one wall here and then the garage doors. Let's see if we can get the garage doors put here correctly. I know it's going to look a little weird because you're kind of like, what is this doing here? That doesn't go on a foundation. But we're just kind of mapping stuff out right now. We don't need everything to be perfect. I just want to see if everything fits like it does in the picture. So the question is, will this let me put this up here? Okay, we have the garage doors on. It's still like not exactly, I believe there were supposed to be 3 spaces here and I have 2. I'm not entirely sure, but the garage doors do fit. And I imagine this looks like it would be big enough if you wanted to put your garage, your like cars like this, they would fit. Or you could do it like that. It depends how you want to put your cars in the garage. Or if you just want this to be like a gym. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a garage, but That's what the floor plan has, so we're following it. So here we are. We have the first floor outlined from the paper to the Sims game. I'm going to now go through, fill in the foundation, and then I will give you the dimensions of each little space so you guys can put it in the Sims game yourself. Let's just go through here and put some foundation down. I'm a little makeup guru. Let's put some foundation down first, y'all. It'll look cute, I promise. And technically, this doesn't stick out. It's just because of the fireplace. Oh, I guess we're not necessarily completely done. We have to do this front porch area. Okay, the front porch was a pretty quick fix. Didn't take long at all. Don't you worry your sweet little booties about that one. And here we go. So, if you want this basic shape, we're going to start like we did over here on this side. You are going to go down 23. Make your house 23 long, all right? That's how long it's going to be. When you start over here at 23, we're going to start here at the back. Coming from the back, you are going to go to the left 6 spaces. Then on space 6, you're going to go here and you're going to go up 3 and then over 5. Then you'll go back down 3 so that this little breakfast nook area lines up. Now, the deck you can make as large or as small as you want. I have the deck going 7 wide and it is 5 long because I thought this looked the best. On my picture, it is 6, but I thought that was a little bit too big of a deck. Maybe when we get to furnishing, we can make it a little bit bigger. It's up to you guys. Just, pick the deck that's best for you. And then over here, you're going to go down 7 or 8 if you want a fireplace. That's 3 tiles big. Technically, this is 3, but I have the 2 tile thing in the middle. I didn't want everything else too close to it. So I went down 7. You can go down 8 if you want, but the front of the house, you're going to have to adjust the dimensions. So we went down 7, then we went in 1 and down 2. Then over here we did like a little square. We might leave that blank. We might make it like look pretty or something. I'm not sure what we'll do here, but we did a little square here. You could probably use it in your house if you want. And we went, down 2, in 1, like this, down 2, then we did a diagonal 4, because we need a door in the middle, over 2, and then we went down 4, over 4, and then down 5 to match up with that original 23 that we had at the start, and then down 1 here and over 4. The outline says that it's 3 wide, but it looked a little weird and the garage was too small if we did 3, so I made it 4. If you guys go down 8, you'll just kind of have to switch everything. You'll go down 8, then you'll have 2 in here. This will probably still be about the same, but you'll either have a smaller garage or a smaller dining room. It's up to you. Before I end this part, I do want to go through and fill out the floor plan for this house. It's a little funky dunky. So we're going to have this be the dining room, and you kind of walk in here and you have the foyer. So if I'm looking at my picture here, this is a hallway and stairs kind of go here. And, actually, I think I did that perfect first try because these kind of match up a little bit. A little bit, you guys. Not perfectly. Because you have the laundry room, which is a 3 by... I wonder if we could get a door there. I don't think you can get a door there if there's something there. Let's try real quick. Oh, you can. Okay. So we can do a 2. And then you do have a little powder bathroom here. It's nothing too fancy schmancy, just a little powdered bathroom. Then the mud room comes out one and goes down. So what I need to do is, see, this is weird. This is not right. Something is very off here. Okay. That might look a little bit better. I made this room a 3x3, and then we have a 2x2 powdered bathroom. And then a little bit of an odd shaped mud room. And then this is a closet. So it's a little weird, but it does work. So we'll do that. And then this is where the kitchen is, you guys. And I don't know if we'll be able to kind of do this floor plan unless we put some stairs in. And I do have apparently custom content stairs. Why can I not put these here? Why? Why can't I put these here? These are the stairs I want. Excusez-moi. Why can't I do that? Okay, I can't place the stairs on a diagonal, which is gonna throw a little bit of a wrench in my plan. What the heck? Why can't I put the stairs like that? These are perfect for this house. You don't understand. Okay, so I had to do some adjusting because you can't put stairs at a diagonal. Whoopsies. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not an expert here. So, I did a double wide staircase about 3 in from this outside wall here. And then we might have to add a wall here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a door or a hallway into the family room. We'll have to decide that in a later episode. And then I went and put a diagonal wall 3 across to add an archway into this area, because this is going to be like the kitchen and this stuff here. So I had to change the layout of this just to make it not so boxy and be able to put that archway there. So it goes 3 diagonal and then goes over 3 to the laundry room. So this is like the mud room. You're going to go through here to get to the garage. We'll probably put a staircase here because we have this space and I don't want to take up room from where my cars are going to go. So I might put the stair to the garage right here. So the door would be right here. I think that would actually work out really nicely. And then over here we have the kitchen area. So behind the stairs, there is supposed to be a little bit of a diagonal kitchen here. But it also lines up with this. So it's really a lot of playing around. And we might not be able to do a diagonal because of these stairs, which is fine. We all know diagonal kitchens aren't exactly the best in the Sims. So if we don't end up doing the diagonal kitchen, we can put a little island here. Breakfast nook, whatever the hell I'm going to put here. I don't know what a keeping room is going to be. Maybe we make this the dining room and then turn this into an office or an extra bedroom space, because we don't necessarily need like more room. It's just open right now, but I don't know. We might change that. I don't really know what we're going to do with this space here. It's a little awkward. It's a little awkward, and if we look at the reference picture, it's also a little awkward here. For some reason, they have the dining room meet at a T. I don't fully understand what we're doing there, but as you can see, we had like some stairs that go up and maybe go down. I don't know what these stairs do. Or maybe there was supposed to be like a split stair, so they would go up. I really don't know what we were doing here, and it's hard to read it. So if you have any idea, feel free to share. You know what I mean? But if we come back over here to our little Sims house. We do have, I think, a pretty good floor plan. Sorry. I do think we have a pretty good floor plan here. Let me go through, put some temporary doors and windows down. There's a window there, a window there, a window there. We got a nice window space right here, one there, some there. Whatever we do here. A door. I might put another door that goes like out to the deck. We'll have to see. And there's like no windows in this space in the family room. So I imagine this is either going to be like a sliding glass door or just giant windows outside. Otherwise, this family room will have 0 windows in it. And I'm not comfortable with that. If you are, that's great. I'm not comfortable with that. No, thank you. No, thank you. So we'll do that. And then we'll put some more windows right here. And then there's windows right there. And au revoir. I don't know what that was. But au revoir. We're done. We're complete. Finished. We have kind of like a basic floor plan with the windows. I hope you guys liked this video. I'm not sure how good I was at kind of walking you through the process because I've never done this before. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be trying to post one of these a week or one every other week just so you guys can build along with me. If you guys like this, make sure you let me know and I can keep posting them. I will at least finish out this series because I don't want you guys to just have this in your game and then be like, holy heck, what am I supposed to do now? I don't want to leave you guys with that trauma. So yeah, but I will be back in a week or 2 to continue the journey of turning this into this. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Adios, au revoir, salut, hey do, papa, and goodbye.